welcome. Today I will briefly talk about Microsoft peering, because for some of the hyperscalers it's a bit easy, and in the older times it is more easy, by the way. I just want to peer, this is my ASN, and this is my prefixes. Let's try to do direct or IX peering from that location. Right now it is a bit changing due to some kind of security, or somehow we are trying to control the BGP sessions. But before, I just would like to give some kind of a brief background of the Microsoft internet backbone. As you all know, Microsoft or the other OTTs already have data centers. These data centers are hosting our real data, our customers' data, and any kind of Microsoft-owned or Microsoft-hosted data. These data centers are mainly divided into regions. One region is consisting 2 or more availability zones, which are the data centers. Then there is a networking layer on top of this, which we call RNGs, regional network gateways, as you can see in the lower slide. Then these network gateways are somehow connecting to our availability zones into each other. But as you know, it is not enough, because we need to meet with the outside of the world, with the peers. That's why POPs or edges comes to the place. In the edges, we are interconnecting with the direct peerings or with the internet exchange peers. But in EMEA specifically, because I'm responsible for EMEA, always we are adding new availability zones and regions to the existing environment. Right now, as you see, Belgium, Spain, Austria, Denmark, Finland, Greece, and possibly Saudi in the upcoming years are coming. So that means more edges, more interconnection, more internet exchanges will be connected to our network. For the EMEA specifically, we are present in 30 countries with the 60 POPs, and more internet exchange operators are also connected. To peer with Microsoft is very easy. There are 2 flavors, as you can see: direct peering and exchange peering. Direct peering is the legacy PNIs, by the way. But the exchange peerings are the bilateral sessions with Microsoft and the peers through the internet exchanges, which is a bit problematic. I don't want to say problematic, but it is a bit harder than it used to be. Because right now, you are requesting internet exchange peerings through Azure portal. Means you need to have an Azure account. Of course, it's completely free. But then you are choosing in which metro you would like to connect and which internet exchange provider you would like to enable the sessions. All the information are public, by the way. If you can see our internet peering policy, there are multiple links in there that you can request IX peering or direct peering. Or if you don't know how to do it, just send an email to peering@microsoft.com, so we will handle it. This is in the graph, as you see, it's kind of a common graph. All the traffic is supposed to go to the public service, as you see, which we are stating our availability zones and data centers. But some of the traffic, we are also caching in our edges, which we call POPs. We have a front door service. Azure front door is kind of a CDN service of us. So roughly 20 to 30% of the traffic served directly through the edges. It is not going back to the availability zones and the data centers. But think about the customer just created a workload in Frankfurt region. In any case, it needs to go to Frankfurt. This is the general idea, and all the information is visible in the peering database. So you can check in which private facilities we are in, which IXPs, in which speeds we are connected to. So you can see all the information through peering database. This is somehow a bit new for Microsoft, because when you think about the traffic characteristics, For the other OTTs, video on-demand services, the caching is very popular. But for Microsoft, because of the traffic characteristic, it is not so important like the PNIs. Because where we are serving, or how we are serving our traffic, is a bit dependent on our traffic characteristic. Majority of our traffic is non-cacheable traffic. Think about Teams, Azure workloads, or Xbox game online traffic exchange. We cannot cache this traffic. But we also have twice in amount serving our Windows updates. Or think about a user is just downloading an Xbox game. This kind of traffic, we can predict, we can cache, and we can store inside of the internet service provider. That's why we have a soft cache kind of a solution that you can implement your physical servers, then download our ISO image, then serve all this kind of peak, non-predictable traffic within your network too. Information is also visible publicly, but if you would like to get any further information, just reach peering@microsoft.com, then we will handle it. This MCC solution is also not only visible for the internet exchange providers, but also some internet exchanges. I'm not saying that if you connect to AMS-IX, you will get all this unpredictable traffic, because it is kind of in the trial phase right now. So we enabled with this smaller, from the traffic perspective, smaller IXPs, but we also encourage the big internet exchange providers to host our MCC solution too. So till now, if you have any kind of questions, I can get, or in the end, there will be also a Q&A kind of session for 5 minutes. But mainly, our traffic is mainly non-predictable, non-cacheable. For the Windows updates and the Xbox game downloads, you can either get it through your MCC solution, or we are serving this traffic to the third-party CDNs. You can get it through Cloudflare, Akamai, or if you don't host them, you will get it from your transit providers. So, mainly, sorry, any question? Can we get all Microsoft traffic through our peering links? Direct peering, IX peering? Technically, yes, but not completely true due to this non-predictable traffic. Windows updates, security patches, Xbox game downloads, we are not able to serve this traffic through our peering links, because peering links are stable. Of course, we cannot build this network just for twice in amount kind of a traffic spikes. That's why for the dynamic content, yes, you will get all the Microsoft traffic through there. For the non-predictable traffic, either you will get it through your third-party CDNs or your transit links, or through MCC. Can ISP receive the Windows update or Microsoft Store via direct or public peering? No, because we are not serving it. We are somehow manipulating for the egress traffic to push it to the third-party CDNs and the transit providers. That's why you won't get this traffic, because sometimes we are getting this question, we have PNI, we have lots of IX connections, but why this traffic is coming through the Akamai or my transit provider? Because we are pushing it to there. We have multi-layer ASN approach. Our ASN is 8075, but we also have 8069 AS, which is mainly pushing this traffic to the third-party CDNs. That's why for MCC, you will get all this traffic locally, but if you don't have MCC, you won't get this traffic through our peering links. You will get it either transit or third-party CDNs. If there is no Azure region in my country, where can I get this traffic? Technically and basically through the closest region. But if you somehow created a specific workloads through a specific region, of course this traffic will come to you from that region. That's why Microsoft is also trying to extend their network with dark fibers, lead wave capacities. Means you will try to send this traffic or receive this traffic through the closest point. The rest, we are handling it. All the regions, availability zones, edges are somehow interconnected within our network. That's why we choose cold potato routing. Send this traffic from the closest point and receive this traffic from the closest point. Do we support communities? As Microsoft, we don't have communities because we are not an ISP. We don't have so many prefixes like you guys. But we support your prefixes to localize the traffic. Munich, just for Munich prefixes. Berlin, just for Berlin prefixes. If you somehow tag this one with your specific communities, we can also enable these communities within our network. That's why, yes, we support. The last question is also related to this one. Can you advertise regional routes? From Microsoft perspective, no, because it's always changing. But there are some regional specific ones, especially for Middle East. For example, Dubai is a kind of a gaming zone. So Dubai's prefixes are also somehow limited. If I enable a Middle Eastern peer in Dubai, in Qatar, or anywhere in the world, then I can also influence them just for specific prefixes, send this traffic to Dubai. For the rest, send anywhere you want, because I'm also somehow try to distribute this traffic. So, in a nutshell, this is Microsoft peering, how we are distributing our traffic. Of course, we don't have a video-on-demand service. That's why, from the traffic perspective, we are not serving like the other guys, because we don't have B2C kind of a traffic within our network, other than Teams and Xbox. But mainly, for the stable traffic, for the enterprise-generated traffic, and of course, today's topic, OpenAI. All these routes and the traffics are able to reach you via Microsoft Network. So, any kind of other questions you would like to ask? By the way, if you don't know what to ask or where to ask or what are the procedures, either check the links within the presentation or send us an email, then we can direct you to the related source. It is very easy. Requesting IX peering is also very easy. From the beginning, it is somehow hard to ask to peers to create an Azure account, because Azure account is Azure account. You can either create your storage or VM or Docker cluster, whatever you want. But also, you can request peering with this Azure account. Of course, it is free for peering, but in order to create an Azure account, you need to validate yourself with a credit card information. And sometimes it is kind of a problematic. Why we need to somehow serve our credit card in there? Will it be charged? No. But from the validation purposes, it is somehow the standard of our company. That's why it is needed. So, if you don't have any kind of questions, thank you so much. You can just send all your questions. If you don't want to ask it here, or maybe you will ask later, just send an email to peering@microsoft.com, and we will handle the rest. Thank you so much.
Super. Thank you very much, Mehmet.